Hello and welcome back everyone for Final Fantasy VII Classic here on YouTube tonight. We'll be continuing our adventure, our journey, to finish up the game that I started some time ago. Still a little ways off from the very end of the game, so we'll get a few more episodes in. Definitely take a few more to finish it up. But hey, for everyone coming to the stream tonight, thanks for coming. I appreciate the support. I hope you enjoy the show, and as always, let's get started. When we last left off, we were at Middale. We just did the Highwind landing glitch so that we could get the Materia Cave and the Quadra Magic Materia. Now we're going to head into Middale. And this is where we'll find Cloud, or Slasher, as I named him. Before we go and check up on him, I'm just going to go around and check up on some of the stores. This little chocobo here, you can interact with it. Actually, I think it just froze up my game. Oh, okay, there we go. I thought it froze up the game. Okay, so it's going to ask us for some Mimet greens. And we're going to give it some. And then it's going to give us an option to tickle it. And if you tickle behind his ears, he'll give you a materia. And the materia that we got from him is the Contain materia, which has the spells Freeze, Break, Tornado, and Flare. All four of them are very powerful, high-tier spells, so they'll be useful. And of course, Quadra Magic is very useful. And let's see. Just take a quick look and see. High potions, we have plenty of those. Phoenix Downs, we have plenty of those. Ethers, buy a few more hypers. Tranquilizers were good on remedies. Tents, I'll buy a few of those. That's all for items. Next, let's take a walk over here. See what she's got. She's got HP and MP plus materias, as well as Transform, Gravity, and Destruct. Don't really need any of this stuff, though. So we're going to skip out on that. And then we're going to go up here. This is the weapon shop. This will be useful. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get basically the newest weapons possible for everybody. That way I'll have them if I want to use them. And then we may need to look at this door first. Yeah, so you check the door, and, you know, she thinks the door is locked. It's not actually a real door. And then... where is it? I think it's over here. Yeah. So then she, if you check over here, you'll find something stuck in the floorboards, an old key. So you get the beat up, useless old key. And then if you go back to the weapons shop, you can try and use the key on the door in the back. Again, it's not actually a door. So use the beat up old key. So she tries to use the key, trying to jam it in there. And she broke it. Now she thinks she did something wrong. You can either lie or tell the truth. Tell the truth and you'll get a reward. So he tells her, oh, that's funny, it's not actually a real door. They just painted a door on it. Pretty realistic painting. And as an apology from him to her for, tricking her, for her being, confused by it, so he gives her an item. And you get the cursed ring, which boosts all a character's stats, and maybe not all of them. Just might be the main stats, I forget. But it also puts them on death sentence. So that's the downside, that's the trade-off. You get Cursed Ring, which boosts at least all the main stats, but then it also puts the character using it on death sentence. Now you can use that, though, in combination, like Knockout, for example. You can give her the Power Soul, which powers up when near death. And if you give her the Power Soul and equip her with the Curse Ring, it'll increase her stats and put her on death sentence. And while she's under death sentence, she's considered near death. And because when the countdown finishes, it casts death on her. So she's considered near death while under death sentence. And because of that, not only does she get a power boost from the Curse Ring, but she also gets a huge damage boost using the Power Soul and being near death. So it's actually a nice little combination. And then a way to prevent her from getting knocked out by death sentence when the countdown runs out is one of the enemy skills we picked up is Death Force. And if you cast Death Force on a character, it protects them from death. So that way you can have her basically use it without the downsides. And that's pretty much all the secret items in Middale. You talk to the dog, and she's going to overhear a conversation about someone that washed up, and they're going to realize it's Cloud, or as I named him, Slasher. So now they're going to run to the doctor's office, basically, and see if it's Slasher. Unfortunately, they're in for a bit of a surprise. Oh no, I forgot to unequip her gear. Shoot. Oh well, it's alright. Because now we're about to lose Tifa as well for a little bit. Because yeah, they find Slasher, but he's not in good shape. He still can't come back to the party yet. And Tifa's gonna decide, or Knockout, she's gonna decide to stay with him. So she's gonna temporarily leave the party as well. So he's unable to communicate with them due to the Mako poisoning from being in the live stream. Again, our companions at the moment are Rocket Man and Ninja Girl. Yeah, I'm terrible at coming up with names for characters. Got Slasher, we got Knockout, we got Blaster, Fang, Rocket Man, Ninja Girl. What did I name Vincent? Dracula? I think, maybe. Or Alucard. I forget. It's either Alucard or Dracula, I think. Or maybe I'm wrong. I might have named him something else. And of course, Cat Sith is bonkers. Because, well, he is bonkers. Okay, so they're going to go outside now and wait for a bit. But then Tifa's going to decide to stay at the town with Slasher. Funny how there's, like, no one else, like, patient-wise in there. Of course, it's a small town. Small village. Maybe next time I start a new game, maybe I'll name them after cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! Cloud could be the Celtic Guardian. That's too long though, that won't fit. I'd have to abbreviate the names a little bit, like Sea Guardian. But then people wouldn't know what... Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. Maybe Celtic Guard would fit. Yeah, I don't know. People probably wouldn't pick up, though, on it. No, that probably wouldn't work. The names aren't going to be long enough. I think she had a circlet. I might have had two of those, so the accessory isn't a big deal. It's not a big deal anyway. Circlet's a nice accessory, but they won't be out of the party that long. I mean, you don't have to have that. That accessory's not, like, major or anything. And I think she had a dragon armlet, but again, it's not a big deal either. So Knockout's saying, you know, she only cares about Slasher right now. She wants to be by his side. So she's going to stay with him. So now we are down 2 party members. 3 if you include Aerith. But there's no, well, there's ways to glitch her back into the game. But I don't usually do glitches. Besides the high wind glitch. I think that's about the only glitch I do. The landing glitch to get the Quadra Magic Materia. I don't do any of the game skip glitches. Yeah, I think the high wind landing glitch, I think that's the only one. So now the others are going to head back to the high wind. And we will continue the story, the adventure, the journey. He's a spy for both sides. So they're trying to figure out how to destroy Meteor and remove the barrier around the northern crater and get to Sephiroth. So they're going to collect huge materia, which is super powerful materia. They're going to put it all together and use a rocket to launch it at, like a missile, at Meteor. And hoping that that destroys it. But we're going to go and we're going to get the huge materia and take it from them. We'll probably go to Fort Condor first. I usually do. That'll be the last battle at Fort Condor. Also get a couple of prizes. Like how the music changes. Pain in the ass, forget it. Felt they gave each character a really great personality. So now we're going to head to the operations room and pick our team. So, they mentioned the Coral Reactor first, but we can go to Fort Condor first. Alright, so we can't use Tifa, or Knockout, or Slasher. And who did I have? I had Ninja Girl in the party last time. Oh, I named him Demon. That's right, 'cause I named him Dracula. I think last time I named Klaus Alucard and Vincent Dracula. Funny thing, Alucard is just Dracula backwards, in case you didn't know. I don't use bunkers very much. I haven't used Blaster lately. Or Fang. Or Demon. I think I'll put Blaster back in. I'll put Blaster back in, and I think I'll put Vincent. Well, hold on. I'm gonna put Ninja Girl in first because I want to unequip her. Take the ribbon off, and let's see, the Dragon Armlet, and we just got Crystal Bangles. I think I'll give everybody that I'm going to use Crystal Bangles for now. Yeah, I think I'll give them Crystal Bangles for now. So I think I'll keep her equipped the way she is for the armor. So actually, yeah, I just have to take the accessory off. And then let's put Vincent in. So Rocket Man has got his Dragoon Lance and a Dragon Armlet, but I'm going to give him, for now, a Crystal Bangle. Keep the Champion Belt. Keep his materia set up. Demon. Let's... kind of thinking I like... Oh, no, I'll just give him the Winchester. Give him something different. I like that the Sniper CR has the max attack percentage, so he can't miss. But it's not really a big deal. So I'll give him the Winchester and a... do have another Dragon Armlet. Crystal Bangle. And I'll go ahead and give him... I think I'll probably give him the ribbon. I'll give him a ribbon. Actually, no. I'll give him a circlet. And Blaster. Get his AM cannon. Crystal Bangle. And give him a ribbon. And then for materia, so let's see, HP plus, Speed plus, Neo, Bahamut, Leviathan, Odin, plus added effect, Enemy Skill and Luck plus, Steel. Let me give this to Demon. And let me go ahead and switch. So with Odin and added effect, it'll add the basically death attack, instant death attack to his normal weapon attack. So when he normally attacks an enemy, there's a chance he'll inflict death, and it'll be an instant kill. So we'll give him that. Rocket Man will keep his stuff. Blaster, I'll probably give Tifa stuff to him. Plus, doesn't need long range. He already has a long range weapon. got Bahamut. MP Absorb. Restore and all. Alexander. So he's got a couple of summons. Let me go ahead and give him Comet, Added Cut, and let's see, Rocket Man's got the Circlet, so I want to give him some powerful magic. So I take away a couple of the summons. What's he got? Now, if I'm gonna have him have the Circlet, he needs a little more firepower. Of course, he has Magic Plus. Let's put Contain with MP Turbo. That'll boost its power. Plus, he has Magic Plus and Circlet. Who had... Let's see, everybody... Actually, you know, he needs long range. He can use long range. Let's actually do, instead of Added Cut, let's attach Quadra Magic to Comet. That way every time Blaster casts Comet, or Comet 2, it'll cast 4 times. At least once per battle, until it starts to level up more. It's got quite a bit of power here. I'm actually going to give... Let's give Alexander actually back to Rocket Man. Give something else to attack with. He does have enemy skill. And you know, that's good because that'll work. He's got plenty of attack spells with that. That'll benefit from Circlet and Magic Plus. And Comet and Quadra Magic will give him a nice boost in damage. Yeah, so I think that's probably good. And then... let's put a... Neo Bahamut plus Added Cut. And... let's do... who's got counterattack? Who's got... Blaster has counterattack. So let me do this. Actually, no, I was going to attach cover, but... no. I'll throw cover on. I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. I'll do a quick little save. Okay. And we are ready to rock and roll. Okay, so at the moment, there is one more thing we can grab at Middale while we're here. There is one more thing we can grab. Didn't get a chance because when we got to the dog before, it automatically stopped us from going in this house. If you go in here, you can get an elixir off the bed. The old man will stop Sid or Rocket Man to talk to him, to ask him, it's like, did you just take something? And again, you can be honest or you can lie. I say be honest. Be honest and just tell the truth. Took it and he'll make good use of it. What an oddball. Well, Rocket Man is an oddball. Got that right. So that's something else you can grab here. You grab an elixir. And then I don't think there's anything up at the clinic. Or no, not a clinic. Hold on. Let me just double check. Was there anything in this room? No, I don't think so. No. Yeah, the only thing up there is by the side of the house is where you can get the busted up useless key. But we did that already, so got that covered. Alright, so we're not going to the coral reactor first. We're going to go to Fort Condor first. So let's go to Fort Condor and do the last battle. Now, when you do the last battle, normally I kind of rush my guys to the bottom of the screen and prevent the enemies from coming on the screen and take out the ones that do get on the screen to end the battle quickly, typically. You come at a good time. Shinra's changing its strategy. It seems they're going to destroy the reactor and then take the materia that's inside. Stakes are at an all-time high. They're at their highest. And it's do or die. So normally I try to end the battle as quickly as possible. In this final battle, I'm actually going to let the enemies reach the shack at the top. Because if you let the enemies reach the shack, it'll create basically like a little a sub mini boss battle that your party will have to fight. And in that battle, the enemy that you fight, you can steal, I believe, either he drops an item or you can steal it. Let me just make sure I've got the steal materia equipped to somebody. Now the only thing is, I think it's something you either he drops it or you steal it. Right now, steal is mastered and is actually mug. So when you mug, you steal and do damage. Sometimes it can take a few tries to steal an item. So I don't want to mug and have the damage build up and have the enemy get knocked out. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use my new steal materia that was created when I mastered the previous one. And I'm going to use that so I can just use steal without doing damage. So they actually give us back all the money we gave them. At least what's left of it. So I'm not going to set any units. I'm just going to start the game. I'm going to raise the speed up to the highest. And I'm going to go ahead and put triple speed on too, just to hurry it up. So we won't be waiting too long. Because again, I'm going to let the enemies reach the shack. Because we want to have the little mini boss battle. We want that so we can get the item, and again, either we steal or he drops it, I forget. But, so we're gonna get that battle, rather than beating the enemies this time. And to change things up a little bit, because normally I just place my guys farther and farther down and just kind of block off. Once you get to the bottom, it prevents more of the enemies from coming on the screen. And then all you have to do is knock out the ones that are left on the screen, which usually at that point is only maybe one or two left. So it's a good way to kind of stop them from, adding more of their guys and just kind of end it quickly. Usually what will happen in the final battle is the Wyvern will reach the shack first. Based on its route and speed, it'll get there first. So, enemy invasion. So they're attacking. And so we go out and battle. And then let's just throw up Big Guard. Oh, I forgot about counterattack. Shoot. Oh, shoot, I forgot about counterattack. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I forgot about counterattack. I should have taken that off of him. Okay, I gotta hope I get lucky here. Oh, I can heal him too. Oh, okay, he doesn't have, okay, it's not a steal, it's not a steal. Okay. It's not a steal. Okay, so it's not a steal. He'll drop it. Okay, never mind, we're good. I got worried. Yeah, because the counterattack, I was worried that Blaster would take him out before we could steal it, but it wasn't a stealable item. So he drops it. It's an Imperial Guard. Which isn't anything super powerful armor-wise. It's not anything super powerful, but it's just if you want to add it to the collection and change things up in the battles, it's just another way you can do it. The real prizes are the huge materia and the materia that we're going to get in a moment. Now we see the little baby. Baby woke up. And we were able to pick up the Phoenix materia from the ground. And then you're going to see the little baby. It's going to fly away. So it flies away, and we get the Phoenix materia. What's nice about the Phoenix materia is it'll revive your fallen characters. If you combine it with final attack materia, if the whole party gets knocked out, whoever has final attack materia, and assuming they have enough MP to cast it, they'll cast the Phoenix Summon spell, summon it, and it'll revive your whole party. And again, though it's all dependent on how many times you can do it, it's dependent on what its level is, how many stars it has. The more stars you have, the more times you can use it. Of course, you can also combine final attack with the revive materia. You would have to have two revive materias, one combined with all, and then the other combined with final attack in that case. Otherwise, it only casts Revive on the person using it. But if you combine it with Final Attack and another copy of it with all, it'll cast it on the whole party, I think. So now we get the huge materia. This one's relatively easy to get. It's a good place to start. They were fighting for the condor. And the baby. So that's one huge materia down. Now we're going to go to Coral. And you see, before you would see the Condor sitting on top of Fort Condor. But now that it's gone and the baby flew away, there's nothing up top. So if you see, it's just the mountain and the fort. And before we go to Coral, trying to remember, there might be something to do at Rocket Town. I'm going to take a look and see real quick. I think it's not until after the rocket goes. Let me just double check. So I got Sid in the party. But I think it's not until... Yeah, it's not until the rocket's gone. After they try to launch the rocket, we come back here with Rocket Man in the party, and he gives us an item for Rocket Man. I was pretty sure it was too soon to get it, but I just wanted to double check. Okay, now we're going to go to Coral. And there's two ways you can do this. Either way, you have to go to where the reactor is to initiate the train ride. And you can land here, but then when you're done, you're back at the village. You have to run all the way back to this side. So it's better to land here by Coral, the town, because then when you come back out from the train mission, you're already back here where the high wind is. Just saves you a little trouble at the end. So now we're just gonna run back to where the reactor is. Granted, you are making one trip either way. At least you're not doing it at the end, after you do the mission. Alright, satellite beam. That, and Demon's already at his level 3. Blaster is now up to his level 3 limit breaks. These little guys you can steal turbo ethers from. If you want to. Just in case, because sometimes Odin does miss. Doesn't always get all the enemies on the screen. Especially when there's a lot of them. We got them. Almost there. And here we are. Got ourselves a little battle. Nothing special here, just a couple of soldiers. So now that's the train they need to get on if they want to get the huge materia. Like, I don't know how to drive. What are you talking about? Guys have trouble with this. Nope, it got away from me again. Almost. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, before I initiate the battle, I'm going to take counterattack off and cover off. Because I don't want to get the counterattacks right now, because one of these enemies, I think, has something we're going to want to steal. I think. It's not this guy, so we're just going to take him out quick. We'll throw a steal in there. This might take him out. Because I don't think he has that much HP. But see, so this is Comet combined with Quadra Magic. Cast it one time, you get four casts. All for the price of one casting spell. So it's very effective. But that's not the one that has the item we want. Oh yeah, I remember which one it is now. Yeah, fights aren't that tough. Some of them get a little bit tougher, but none of them are really that... Oops. None of them are really that tough, though. Red Giant. Let's double check. I don't think he has anything to steal. With a name like Atomic Ray, you'd think it would have done a lot more damage. Another one bites the dust. Ooh, Odin leveled up. Nice. Okay, so this is the one we want to steal an item from. Reminds me of the Falcon Zord from Power Rangers. Oh, got it on the first try. Nice. So the item we stole was a warrior bangle, which is another piece of armor. Again, it's not anything too major. It's just a nice for the collection. Okay, that's all the main enemies. There's going to be one short fight with a soldier, but that's just a soldier. And he's done. One comet to the face and he's gone. Okay, so we have 4 minutes left. It's just plenty of time. It's very simple. It's just specific button presses. And just basically just 3 times. Seems like at first it just keeps making you go faster and faster, and it's like, no! So you do it 3 times, and the train stops. It's hard to fail that mission if you take too long in the battles. But none of the enemies at this point are really that tough, and I didn't use anything really fancy. Summons waste a little bit too much time, so I wouldn't use summons. I would just use like maybe Quadra Magic and Comet, Contain, enemy skill Trine is good, stuff like that. MP plus MP Turbo help boost damage. So yes, we got the huge materia. And then because we saved the town, they're going to give us another reward. If you fail to save the town, you still... I think you don't get the huge materia, and you can still get the other prize, but you have to pay for it, I think. I think you have to pay for it if you fail. But if you succeed, you get the huge materia and another prize for saving the town. So he's going to give us materia, the Ultima materia, which is essentially one of the strongest materias in the game. It's the strongest magic materia. So we could spend the night at the inn, and then we'll be right outside where the Highwind's at. The Highwind will be right outside. So the last one is at the underwater reactor. They're going to take a short break, and they're going to go check up on Slasher and Knockout. So they're going to head back to Middale first. And when we do finally head to the underwater reactor, we'll have the full party back. So I'm going to go ahead and re-equip. Let's take a look here. Re-equip Counterattack, and I'll equip Ultima. Now, Ultima, you need to get 5,000 AP and level it up once before you can use the spell. And then the next time it levels up to the 3rd star, it's mastered, and you get another Ultima materials created for mastering the first one. But so we do have to level it up at least once before we can use the spell. So for now, we just have to gather AP. I'll leave cover off because we don't really need it. Even in a boss fight, we don't. The nice thing about cover is if you have cover and counterattack both on one character, like Blaster in this case, he'll provide cover when his allies get attacked, and he'll take the damage in their place. And when he takes the damage, there's a chance that he'll counterattack with the counterattack materia. And then the only other thing I want to do is I want to equip. I think I'll take a Freet off and put on the Phoenix materia. I'll give him Phoenix. And don't really need any of these right now. I've already got some elemental materials equipped and getting leveled up. HP absorb is nice. We have another extra enemy skull. I'm not going to use. I already have 2 equipped. I'm not going to bother with the 3rd one. Don't really need any of those. And I should actually re-equip that one. Let me take that one off and re-equip this one just so I can master it. Surprised I didn't have that on anybody. And these are new ones that were born or created when the other ones were mastered. And then there's just a few other summons, but they're kind of outdated at this point, so I don't really bother with them. The Freet's outdated now. Yeah. Just don't have enough material slots. So, we're going to head back to Middale. While we're there, we're going to get an encounter from one of the weapons, and we'll have a chance to steal another curse ring. So you can get more than one in the game. Later you'll get to fight Ultima again, but you'll only be able to steal either a reflect ring or I think a circlet, depending on whether it's up in the air or on the ground. So now everything's shaking because this weapon is coming around. And Slasher does say something. You and Slasher get inside. Slasher's not coming out. He's just inside. We gotta give him credit. He's not afraid to take on a weapon. So that's Ultima. So we're gonna have a chance to steal another curse ring. It'll only be for this battle. Ultima only stays for a short amount of time. Probably should have taken counterattack off. Yeah, he won't stay very long. I want to focus on trying to steal from him. Nope, he's leaving. Yeah, he only stays for a short time. The main thing is to try and steal another curse ring off of him. But he left. And I think that's the last chance, because after that, when we do face him again, I think you can only steal either the Reflect Ring or the Circlet. Again, depending on if he's in the air or on the ground. So at that point, stealing from him doesn't really matter. This was a chance to get a Curse Ring. Of course, we already have one from the shop, so you don't need to have two. You know. Really, the best person to equip it to is Tifa. Or in this case, Knockout. Because if you combine that with the Power Soul, she'll get a huge boost in damage. But at the same time, you could also just cast Death Sentence on her for the same result. The only difference is the ring also itself gives her a boost in her power for her damage output. So that's pretty effective. And on top of that, if you combine anything else, that would boost her strength. So you can make her a pretty heavy physical attacker. But in most cases, I don't even go to the trouble. So now they're going to try to escape. But they're not going to make it. But the good news is the next part is basically what allows us to help Cloud or Slasher and get them back in the party. So they're going to fall into the live stream. And while they're in there, they're going to be able to kind of fix Cloud's fragmented memories. Fortunately for me, tomorrow I work 10:30 to 7, so I can sleep in. I don't have to go to bed right away either. Still not gonna. I'm not gonna stay up real late though. I'm not gonna play real long. That is. I'll probably stop. I'll probably stop around 9:30 or so, maybe 10 o'clock. See where we get. We're gonna do this part, and then after that there might be. There might be a couple of things we can do once we get Cloud back in the party. So we might do that first and then go to the underwater reactor. I forget that I'm not sure. So we'll see. But I may get to the underwater reactor tonight. I may at least start it. We'll see. Ooh. I had a little nap earlier. Fell asleep after I came home from work. Got home, was a little tired, and I took a little nap. I got up and had dinner. Played some Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And now I'm streaming Final Fantasy VII Classic. So now here we are inside his dreams, his subconscious, his mind, however you want to interpret it. Maybe it's just the live stream creating these images, basically bringing his thoughts to life. You know. So now we're going to work to restore Slasher. The only truck in town. There's Sephiroth. Two soldiers and Slasher. But no. Not Slasher. But he was there. Just not who he thinks he was. She doesn't realize. She's saying he wasn't there. That he didn't come there 5 years ago. But she's wrong. He was there. Now we're going to go over here by the well. So we're gonna get a little flashback. So there's Little Cloud. When they were just kids. Now we're going to take a look back in the like a distant memory flashback. You're all childish, laughing at every little stupid thing. But we were children, so that's what children do. It's like, I know. I was the stupid one. If I was a kid, I would not be brave enough to go traveling over a mountain with monsters. Brave kids. Mostly. I wouldn't be that brave. I'd have been terrified. So two of them follow her. The other one runs away. And Cloud comes running along to go after them. Get to the bridge, which is really scary looking. I would not cross that. Even if I made it that far, I would not cross that bridge. The other two kids got scared. They ran away. Cloud still falls after Tifa. So they fell off the cliff. That's something you never really learn that much about Cloud or Slasher's parents, any of their parents. Let's know a little more about their parents, actually. So he joined Soldier because he thought if he was strong, that Knockout would notice him. So they're close, they're getting there. They know the memories are real. Just gotta piece it together and figure out what's missing. But they're about to. So here's back in the past. Sephiroth is on a rampage, destroying the town, killing everybody. Knockout went after him. He pushed her away, and then in comes Zack. That's Zack. Not Slasher. But Slasher was there. We're about to see Slasher. So Zack went in to chase after Sephiroth. Sephiroth sent Zack flying. And now we see Slasher. He was there the whole time. Now, a lot of people question how Cloud could stab Sephiroth. We just saw Zack, a member of Soldier, run in there, and he got blown away. So how did Slasher manage to attack successfully attack Sephiroth? So the theory is in the flashback of the past initially when you're in Calm Town. And he talks about how he just got some new materia. And the materia, if you look, the materia that Cloud has was the preemptive materia. And preemptive allows for the possibility of basically catching an enemy by surprise. Basically, you start the battle, the enemy's back is to you, and you can basically get the first strike in before they can react. So the theory is that because Cloud had the preemptive materia, that was how he was able to get the drop on Sephiroth in this moment. And the theory makes sense. And it does kind of explain why, he had preemptive. I mean, he was happy to have materia, but it was preemptive. It's like, what was the point of that? So, when you think about it that way, it feels right. It feels like it connects together. But so that's what happened. Slasher was there the whole time. He wasn't the soldier that came with Sephiroth. He was one of the uniformed grunts. Basic soldiers. So all that time, it was Cloud, Slasher. But he was so embarrassed that he never made it into Soldier that he didn't take his mask off. At least not once he got to town. Now, the only problem with the preemptive theory, the preemptive material theory, is was it Zack who was happy about having the preemptive materia, that he had it? And was it Cloud putting himself in Zack's shoes? And if that's the case, Slasher or Cloud wouldn't have been the one to have preemptive materia. But then again, knowing what we know about Zack and his time in Soldier, more than likely he would have had more advanced materia. So Cloud probably did have the preemptive materia as a grunt. Because that would help grunts in battle. It's really the only theory that makes sense. Because you see Zack run in and he gets blown away by Sephiroth. So Slasher's there to rescue Knockout. Sephiroth makes his way out with Genova, or at least its head. Zack encourages him to go after him. But here's the thing, preemptive materia doesn't always work. It doesn't always let you get the drop every time. It's percentage based. And he did kind of announce himself just then. That's why he failed this time to get the drop on him. But then you see he actually manages to overpower Sephiroth. So then that counters the preemptive a bit as if to say, well, maybe it wasn't the preemptive, maybe Cloud was just stronger, though it may have just been in that moment. There's never been an official answer from the creators of the game, so, but the theory makes sense. Which I thought was really cool too, because when I first heard that, I thought about it and I was just like, that would really explain a lot with why he was given preemptive materia. Sephiroth had like Fire 3 and, Fire 3 and Ice 3 and Bolt 3 and Cure 3 and basically everything you could possibly imagine. And Cloud just had preemptive. But in that moment initially, that allowed him to get the drop on Sephiroth, which was pretty cool. Let's go after 9. I might go to 10 o'clock. We'll see. So now they've discovered truth. Slasher is restored. Fragmented memories are pieced back together. And he comes back. Yeah, there's going to be a couple places I want to visit. Couple towns. So now the party is back together. Again, minus Aerith. But without a glitch, there's no way to get her back. So he left the village, but he never made it into Soldier. He was ashamed and didn't want to show his face. He created a mental illusion of himself as a member of Soldier, based off Zack. Pretty convincing illusion. They're sure messed up. Then the upbeat, high-wind music plays, and it feels good. Now we can form a new party with out of all the characters that are available. Let's see, we'll keep... I haven't used Fang lately. Well, let me take... So I'll need to change the equipment around a little bit. Decide who I want to put in the party. So I'll just pick whoever for right now. So their mission is going to be to go to the underwater reactor. But we're going to make a few stops first. First, let me decide who I actually want to have in the party. I kind of like keeping Rocket Man because his Dragoon Lance holds a lot of materia. Not many people have 8 slots on a weapon. Rocket Man has 8. I think Kate Sith has a weapon that has 8 slots. I don't know if anybody else has 8 slots. So I kind of want to keep Rocket Man. And he's not up to his level 3 limits yet. So I think I will keep Rocket Man, actually. I think I will keep him. I think I will. So I'm going to put the circlet back on him. So I am going to keep him. Slasher's back. Let's see. Give him back a dragon armlet. And let's go ahead and give him the champion belt. And we'll give him the crystal sword. Yeah. And maybe I'll move Blaster stuff over to him. And then I think I'll take Demon out. And let's put Fang in. So for Fang, we'll give him his crystal comb. We'll give him a dragon armlet. And let's give him a ribbon. And then, so we got Slasher, Rocket Man, and we'll move Demon's materia to Fang. Yeah. So I think we'll do that. And then the only other thing I want to do... Okay, he's got the other ribbon. Oops. Why do I feel like... Oh, so I only had one circlet. Okay, I only had one circlet, I think. Because he's got the other ribbon. I knew I had another ribbon. Okay, so that's the party I'm going to use. There's nothing to do in Middale at the moment. Where should I go first? Let me think. I'm not going to the reactor yet. Don't need to do anything at Fort Condor. Nothing to do at Junon. Costa del Sol, I don't think there's anything to do there. Nothing to do here yet. Yeah, there's nothing to do there yet. Let's go to Nibelheim. There might be a flashback that we can do in the mansion now. I'm gonna take a look and see. And we might be able to do the piano. Bahamut. Give Godzilla a run for his money. Booyah. I should actually let Fang and Rocket Man get the kills in, so they can get their level 3 limit breaks. So I should let one of them get the Oh, he missed one. There's a neat trick you can do with the... I'm playing this on the PS5, but on the original PlayStation, if you cast Regen and then open the game lid, it'll actually prevent any of the enemies from attacking, but Regen will continue to heal the characters. So it's kind of cool. That was cool back in the day. You could cast Regen on the party or even just on the character and open the lid. The enemies wouldn't attack. You wouldn't be able to do anything else either. But Regen would stay active. And then once you were fully healed, you could close the lid and continue playing. I think there's a fly flying around my room. I hope it's just a fly. Unless it's not a mosquito. Yeah, so if you come back to the mansion basement, you'll get a cutscene. So after the Nibelheim incident, Zack and Cloud, or Slasher, were taken to a research facility in the basement of the mansion. So that's initially where they ended up. But you can see when he goes to bring them their food, Zack gets free. And then he frees Slasher. And they escape. This is basically just to kind of fill in the gap as to... Because obviously Sephiroth incapacitated Zack, and then he did stab Slasher and incapacitate him just before Cloud, kind of overpowered him and threw him over the side and into basically the life stream. So that's where they ended up, and then they get free from the basement and they escape. Then they hitch a ride. Yeah, it's just a fly. I can see it. It landed on my TV screen. It's just crawling around over there. Probably got in through the window. Or when we opened up one of the doors earlier. That's probably how we got in. Flies are annoying. Open the door, they fly in. Uninvited guest. Or you open up a window and they fly in. Just think, oh hey, you're opening the window, you open the door. Oh, you must be inviting them in. No, just opening a window or a door gets the fresh air in. Not inviting all the flies to come flying in. They're annoying that way. At least it's not a mosquito. Or a bee. Not a mosquito, not a bee. Be much worse. So they escape and they leave Midgar and they try to plan what to do, or at least Zack does. Slasher's kind of out of it. Starts doing squats. Walks around the back of the truck doing squats. Never a bad time to work out. I'm going to become a mercenary. And the old guy's just like, didn't you hear anything I said? Weren't you listening? You got it all wrong. So now they've left the ride, and they're coming up on... Well, no, I'm sorry, they didn't leave Midgard before, they left Nibelheim. Now they're on the verge of reaching Midgard. Unfortunately, Shinra catches up to them. They eliminate Zack. They leave Slasher, because he's already in pretty messed up shape, and they think, just leave him. So then, Zack, in basically a messed up mentally state, goes over to Zack, picks up the sword. I guess he just kind of snaps, but creates, basically, he turns himself into Slasher the Soldier, modeled after Zack. That's kind of when the illusion sets in his mind. And then he goes into Midgar, and he finds Knockout, and then we go into the beginning of the game. More or less. So, that's to give you a little flashback to kind of fill in some of those gaps. Got the flying pumpkin heads, but he didn't get the bat. That's hard to hit, though, to be fair. Let's see if the lightning god can get the bat. He got the bat. Alright. Rocket Man got Dragon Dive. So that gets him up to his first of his level 3 limit breaks. So I want to focus on Fang. Try to let him get as many enemy kills as possible so he can get to his level 3. He should be close. So that's what we could do at the mansion. Now, I think we can do the piano while we're here. I am gonna have to look real quick and see because I forget exactly which buttons to press. So I just want to look real quick and see because I never remember which buttons to press. But if you do this, you can get a special item. Okay. So we say we want to play the piano. How did this go? I remember. Now, did I hit the first key when I did that? I'm not sure. So, but the way to play the tune is it's X, square, triangle. I'm actually not going to read them, I'm just going to play them. Do it one more time. Okay, so I think it's too soon. Oh, I need to put Tifa in the party. That's what I forgot. Tifa needs to be in the party. That's right. Gotta go back outside real quick. Add Tifa to the party and come back in. Oh, I ran outside and ran right back in. Doy. Completely forgot about Tifa. Or Knockout. My bad. I was like, what am I forgetting? It's like, oh yeah, when you kind of needed her to be in the party. Now, okay, I looked one time real quick. I'm gonna try to do it without looking. I forgot that fast. Never mind. I would have been wrong. I was gonna do left one and X or square, and I was gonna be wrong. So. It's hard to remember because it's like circle, X, square, circle, triangle, left one, square, left one, triangle, X, square, circle. So it's like, I don't remember all that. Not top of my head. If I practiced it like maybe 50 times, then I might have it solid, but I didn't practice before this, so I had to look. So, Knockout recognizes the melody. She says, I have the sheet music for the song, and then when she takes the sheet music out, she finds a note, and the note's from her martial arts teacher. And basically, so obviously, after Cloud and Zack get incapacitated and at least throw Sephiroth into the live stream, we see that they end up in Nibelheim, in the mansion, in the research lab. But so then you gotta ask yourself, well, what happened to Knockout? Because she was there with them. So her teacher found her and escaped with her. And I think he dropped her off at Midgar. So this is basically just him leaving her a letter. So he went to the reactor, couldn't find Sephiroth, he found her. So it would have been after Cloud threw Sephiroth into the live stream, maybe after the soldiers took him and Zack, and they just left Knockout there, and then her teacher found her and saved her. Oh, okay, never mind. I should have read the whole thing. There were several others that were still alive inside. So Zack and Cloud may have still been there. Yeah, and he got out with Knockout, and the troops were arriving. Yeah, and they gathered up Zack and Cloud. That's what I get for not reading the whole thing. And not remembering. Yeah, so he took her to Midgar. So the town burned down, and he comes back. Eventually, her teacher comes back through that area and finds the town is back, and it's back to normal. Except that, he picks up on that Shinra has basically taken over the town, and it's basically just one research. The whole town is basically just a research lab for Shinra. Then he leaves her a gift, which is Final Heaven, which is her ultimate limit break. So that gets us her ultimate limit break. Unfortunately, we can't equip it to her yet, because she's still only on her limit level 2. She needs to get to her limit level 3s, and once she has both of those, she can learn her level 4. So she can't learn it yet, but we'll get to that. So that's everything for Nibelheim. We did the flashback in the basement of the mansion. We got her ultimate limit break. Now, was it in Rocket Town? No, we already got the chests, and we can't get the other item for Sid yet. We can't get the Cosmo Canyon items for Fang yet. Oh, I know where we can go. Let me actually go back to Midgar. There's a way we can re-enter Midgar, but I don't know if we can do it yet. We may have to wait until the final disc chapter. I'm not sure if we can go there yet. But I'll know how you know is if you go to Midgar. If you go to Midgar and get interrupted by enemies, an enemy, a very basic enemy. Let's see if it's this guy. Okay, yeah, so now so the way this works is, so it is possible to go back in through this doorway, but only if this guy is here. So he says, that's funny, I dropped the key to this gate somewhere. must have been on that excavation tour. So that's basically a hint. So we have to find the key that he lost. The key to Sector 5. In order to find the key, we have to go to Bone Village. So we're going to go to Bone Village now. If he's not there, then you can't go yet. You can come here, but you're not going to be able to dig it up. Once he shows up there, you're able to dig it up. So we want to look for, I believe it's good treasure. And press square to set staff in position. I believe it's down on the ground level. So we're going to put one person here. And let's just put one person here. Ignite the bomb. They calculate the tremors. And they point to where it should be. I don't think they're pointing in the right direction. Unless I'm thinking of the Lunar Harp location. See if I got it right. It's either on the ground level or at a spot on the upper level. Got it. So basically what you want to do is after you ignite it and you don't even have to set any staff. You can just click done, ignite the bomb, and then pick the spot. But what you want to do is you want to kind of stand right here. And basically you see if you look at Cloud's left foot, although it'd be his left side foot looking at him. So you're looking at him, his left side while you're looking at him. So his right side, but you're looking at it, your left, his left side from your left. I hope that wasn't confusing. If it was confusing, sorry. Basically, you're going to see what looks like a little rock right under his foot. You can kind of see, like, if I step away from it, and now that staff member, their head was just covering it. So it's that little rock right behind his foot. And you basically want to stand like right here. I think I was standing right here. And of course you always look back at the video. Like go back a few seconds and see exactly where I was standing. But you stand here. Might be just a smidge more over, but you stand there and you have them search there, and the key should be in the box. If the key is not in the box, just do it again, and then it might be like right here. And you just want to be in just the right spot here, and it'll be in the box. Okay, that fly is driving me crazy. Now that we have the key to Sector 5, we fly back to Midgar. Enemy encounters. I'm about to turn them off, just for the sake of showing this. Matter of fact, I am going to turn them off in a second. Oh, only one enemy? That's not worth a summon. Okay, here's Shiva. Haven't seen Shiva in a while. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'm going to turn off the enemy encounters while I do this, just to save a few seconds. So we found the key. We're not going to tell him. I mean, he's not going to do anything anyway, but just shh. Because, I mean, it is his key after all. You know, we did kind of take his key. So this gets us back into Midgar. Now, the first stop we'll make is at the church in the slums. Now, when we go inside, immediately look to the flower bed. We're going to see a brief glimpse of what is speculated to be Aerith's ghost, her spirit. It'll only last for a moment or so, and then it'll disappear. So you want to look, I guess, roughly towards the center of the screen. Just look for the flower garden. So you see her tending to the flowers, and then she's gone. If you missed it, you should be able to click a few seconds back on... I think you can. I think if you click to like a few seconds ago, you'll see it again. You'll just be a few seconds behind me, I think. But so she was there, tending the garden, the flowers. Then she vanishes. So that's basically the last glimpse of Aerith in the game, unless you use a glitch to get her back. Yeah, there are ways to glitch Aerith back in the game. You just gotta be careful because some of them can break the game. And you'd have to start over from the beginning. Trying to remember... No, there's nothing to do here now. We already got the item from the kid. There's nothing to do at Aerith's house. But yeah, so unless you do a glitch to get Aerith back in the game, that's the last time you'd see her. Now we're going to head back to Wall Market. There's an item that we can get from the junk shop. Oh, and we can also get Tifa's ultimate weapon at this point. So, at the beginning of the game, when we first came here, this machine wasn't working. Now, if we check it, we get Premium Heart, and that is Tifa's ultimate weapon. Funny thing is that if you check the machine again, it's broken again. So it worked again just for one instant, gave us her ultimate weapon, and then it broke down again. So that's one thing we can get here, now that we're back. The other thing is the sneak glove. So to get that, we have to go to the junk shop. And we talk to this guy. No. My bad. This guy. Probably just found it lying around somewhere. 129,000. Actually, do I have... Oh, actually, I may not have that much. Oh, I'm close. I have 117. Let me sell some stuff real quick. Let me see if I have enough to sell. I think I do. Because I have a lot of old weapons and armor I can probably sell. Let's see. The butterfly edge, we don't need that. The organics, we don't need that. The rune blade, we're not going to be using that anymore. Well, I'll keep the enhanced, where it has 8 slots. I'll get rid of the rune blade. I'm not going to use that anymore. Never going to use the nail bat. I'll hold on to that. And that. Tiger Fang. Get rid of that. Diamond Knuckle, don't need that. Motor Drive, I'll get rid of that. No, I think I'll keep that. I don't actually have to sell that much. I already have enough. I'm just when I have some money left over. Actually, no, we're good. We're good. We have enough. We always sell some more stuff later. So it says the same dialogue. 129,000 gil. So we're gonna buy it, and we get the sneak glove. The sneak glove raises, as long as it's an accessory, as long as it's equipped to a character that's going to be doing the stealing. It raises the chance. It increases the chance of successfully stealing an item. Now I forget how much it increases the chance by, and I'm not sure how much it actually overall helps. But you know, if there's an item later on you're thinking about, like you look it up and you're like, oh, I want to try and steal this item from this enemy. Well, you give them the steal materia and you give them the sneak glove. Hey, might as well use it. That, I believe, is all we need to get here now. I believe it's just the premium heart and the sneak glove. And I don't think... Oh, and of course, stopping at the church in the slums to see one last glimpse of Aerith. We've completed all of those, so I think we'll just head out now. And again, I just turned off the enemy encounters, because there are, like... In these original areas, the enemies just... They're so weak, though. They're not worth fighting. So I'm not gonna bother with them. So we're just gonna get through here. I'll turn the enemy encounters back on once we get back outside. We can go to Aerith's house, but there's nothing to do there. And we already saw the last glimpse of Aerith. So now we can head out. So it's just a little something, and then you can come back here anytime, visit. Although there's not really much to visit for. We went to Nibelheim, we got Final Heaven. We got the key to Sector 5 from Bone Village. We could go up to... Gold Saucer, and we could do the Battle Arena. We could get Cloud's Ultimate Limit Break, but I'll wait and do that another day. It's actually almost 10 o'clock, so I'm probably going to stop. Because it's close to 10 o'clock. So I think I'm probably going to stop. And then the next time I play, we'll go to the underwater reactor and continue the main story. I think that's all the side stuff we can do right now. Other than going to the battle arena and chocobo breeding, racing, getting a gold chocobo. But we'll get a gold chocobo later anyway. So I'm just gonna park here. And yeah. So for everyone that came to the stream tonight, thanks for coming. I appreciate the support. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you'll be back for more. I probably will play again this weekend when I'm off. That'll probably be when I play again, because the next 3 days I'll be working 10:30 to 7. So I won't be streaming the next 3 days. But when I'm off Friday and or Saturday, I'll probably stream again. I may play this, I may play something else. Not sure yet. But regardless, thank you again for coming. Have a good night, and see you soon.